Hi fam bam, happy healthy hump day. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my #1 minimalist health tip. So let's face it, most of us are looking for more time, more energy, and motivation to go out there and create a life worth living. If you're like me or I'm like most of you, we're probably feeling like we can live life more, create more for ourselves, and level up our situation. But how do we get more time, energy, and motivation? Well, last week we talked about the biggest reason why you're tired and unmotivated. Today I'm going to give you my #1 minimalist health tip, and I call it minimal because it takes very little effort. In fact, the #1 minimalist health tip that I have is to sleep. So we're going to do a little self-assessment. I want you to ask yourself these questions. When is the last time I woke up feeling well rested? When is the last time I felt comfortable and amazing in my sleep? How much energy do I feel on a daily basis? And do I feel like I get enough sleep? If you feel like you get enough sleep and you look back at your life style and what you've done in the history of your time up till this point, ask yourself, did you used to get enough sleep? Have you been a good sleeper? So I say sleep for most people. This does not apply to all people. For some people, you might be getting too much sleep. And if that's you, my #1 minimalist health tip would be to move. But I think for most of us, we're just going day in, day out, doing our routine, trying to get stuff done, trying to be excited, trying to be motivated, take all this information in, try to apply it while being a mom, a business owner, have a job, have a partner, have a spouse, all these obligations, but we don't feel like we have enough oomph to make that happen. So sleep is very important, very, very important. And if it weren't for my diet and my sleep, I don't think I would have been able to heal the imbalances that I have in my body. We often take for granted or far overlook the simplicity of sleep and how easy it is to actually get our body into a restorative state if we just get enough sleep. And the problem is some of us feel like we're sleeping enough, but we're so depleted already that we need more sleep, or the quality of our sleep is so low that we're not actually getting restorative sleep that helps our body build and grow and heal. So that's really important, because if you're not getting that deep quality sleep regularly, your body will stay in a depleted cycle. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is how to incorporate more sleep and get your body used to that. Because if you are in a depleted or imbalanced state of sleep, then your body is resistant to it. And kind of like a baby, you can get overtired. You can literally feel like, I'm not tired now, it's 11 o'clock, it's 12 a.m., okay, now I'm gonna go to sleep. Then you wake up at 6 and you're like, but I'm awake. But your body actually needs more sleep. And being overtired causes overstimulation. It causes a lot of anxiety and stress to come in because your body doesn't really have the capacity for it all, but most of us don't really realize that's what's happening, and we don't understand why we feel exhausted and unmotivated at the end of every single day. So the first way that you can begin to incorporate more sleep and get your body conditioned to like sleep and know that it's good for it is get to bed early. Most of us do the exact opposite. We get to bed late and we try to sleep in, but the truth is the sooner you can get to bed before midnight, the more restorative that sleep actually is. And it actually kicks in your body's sensors that say, hey, I need sleep. Sleep is good. But when you deprive yourself of sleep and you're going to bed later, you're kicking your body's sensors of, hey, I need to kick more adrenaline, produce more hormones so that I can stay awake even though I'm tired, and it sets more of an imbalance. So getting to bed early rather than sleeping in is actually more important. The second thing that you can do is, if you wake up or you're having a hard time going back to sleep, you got to try to get back to bed. This has to be the most important thing that you do. It's a priority. So even though you don't feel tired at your bedtime around 9:30 or 10, get into bed, make it happen, set an alarm if you must, do things that get you to sleep. Don't watch YouTube videos, don't scroll through Facebook or Instagram, don't start writing all your inspirations and dreams down on your phone. Don't be on your phone, in fact. What I really like to do is I like to read a book. I like to listen to binaural or sleep tracks, even do some yoga nidra, and I like to eat if it's in the middle of the night. And normally, from a health perspective, I don't like having to metabolize or digest food while I'm sleeping, but oftentimes if we're in an imbalance already, our body's blood sugars are having a hard time stabilizing, and this is often a very common reason why you're feeling insomnia or having a hard time getting back to bed. And often doing something as simple like eating a tiny bowl of brown rice or an apple or banana can help you get back to sleep and doze off. So do everything that you must to condition yourself to get back to sleep, and the more that you do it, the easier that it's going to get for your body to realize that this is good and it in fact needs more sleep. So the third thing that you can do, if you have the ability to, is let yourself sleep in. Don't wake up with alarms, don't wake up with expectations. Sometimes I actually do use a sleep mask because if I do need more sleep, I want my body to sleep in more. There is a point where you can sleep too much, but for most of us that are deprived, that place is far in the future. And you'll be able to know, I think, when you get there. So let yourself sleep in. If you do have to have alarms, then make sure you're getting to bed way early. And it's better to get to bed way early and wake up early in the morning rather than getting to bed late and then having to force yourself to wake up to an alarm. Number 4, when you do wake up slow. I like having my phone out of my bedroom or far away on a desk where I have to stand up to get it, so that when I wake up, the first thing that I do is not roll over and grab my phone. The first thing that I do is I lay there in bed and I breathe. And I stay in that relaxed physical state, letting my body wake up, letting my eyes open, acclimate to the light so that I am not thinking right away. So I'm not sending my mind in this anxious thinking, having to go state right away. The way that you wake up out of bed can really set your mood. That is where the term waking up on the wrong side of the bed comes from. If you wake up startled or alarmed, you can feel really edgy or just thrown off for the rest of your morning, which can lead to the rest of your day. So taking the time to wake up slow, practice gratitude, say, this is my intention for the day, setting the type of energy and the type of productivity or perspective that you want to have through the day. This is one of my favorite parts of the morning, is right when I wake up. So number 5, if you are in a severe depleted state, severely depleted meaning you're in chronic fatigue, chronic pain, it's chronic and it feels like nothing you do can help, then you probably can benefit from taking naps. And I used to schedule a nap on an alarm every single day on my phone, and it was around 3 p.m., something like that. And I would schedule it, and even if I didn't feel like taking a nap, I would go to my room, shut my shutters, make it kind of dim and dark, get my essential oils on, turn on some soft music, lay down, put my sleep mask on, close my eyes, and just relax. Even if I don't get into a sleep or a deep sleep, I just let myself relax there in that unstimulated state. And it feels like an amazing recharge. If you're afraid that you're gonna fall asleep for too long, or you get groggy because you're waking up in the wrong sleep state, then I would set an alarm for 20 to 25 minutes so that you wake up after that power nap feeling refreshed. The next thing you can do is to let your body adjust. You should feel well rested, meaning you're not trying to push parameters on it. You're not trying to force yourself. When you start getting into that groove of getting really good sleep and feeling well rested, then you can really listen to your body. When I first started getting more sleep, I was sleeping about 13 or 14 hours a day, and over a 6 to 8 month period, don't quote me on that, it was a little less than a year, but a little more than half, it started coming down. And what I noticed was if I got to bed consistently by 10 p.m., no later, and I did this every single day regularly, my body only needed 7 hours of sleep. But all it would take was one time of going to bed for 5 hours, and then I would have to rest, rehabilitate, and restore that situation for over a week. It was like a week and a half before I'd get back to 7 hours of sleep. And it was like 8 to 9 hours of sleep trying to recoup those 2 hours that I missed. So now it's like not even worth it to go to bed late or to miss an hour of sleep. The last thing on my list is to rehabilitate that missing sleep. As I discussed, it's so important that if you are missing sleep, don't just think that you're going to get to bed early and then wake up late and that's what's going to catch up on sleep. Understand that kind of like I don't know, like I'm thinking Monopoly and mortgage, but kind of like when you drink a glass of wine or a cup of coffee, you need to replenish that liquid with more water, like double the water, because it's actually dehydrating for you. So when you miss or lack an hour of sleep, don't think that you just have an hour to make up. Look at it kind of like in a 3-to-1 ratio. For every hour of sleep that you miss or depreciate, look to regain 2 to 3 more hours of sleep to catch that up. And really, moreover, you should just be looking to find that balance again, where your body goes to bed like clockwork, wakes up like clockwork, and it's regular and consistent, and you feel well rested, and it feels really good. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and got some great ideas on how to incorporate more sleep. Understand that sleep is invaluable. Your time is invaluable. Trust me, I understand time is our greatest asset, our greatest commodity, and we don't want to waste it. But if you're not 100% energetic and productive in your time, and you're depreciating your health on top of it because you're not getting enough sleep, then it's really hard to feel like you're creating a life worth living. And moreover, it is really difficult, almost impossible, to level up your reality without that energy, because we all have 24 hours in a day. So this is why it is my #1 minimalist health tip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know by hitting the thumbs up button below. Also, as always, any questions or comments, stick it below. To dive in deeper, you can check out the MOVE program, which is in the link below. And if you're new, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe for more ways to level up your reality by simplifying your internal and external spaces. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy the rest of the week. And for now, ciao.